Getting it on, we will. Dust 2, CT start here for the side of Faze Clan. Looks like Nexa wanted to set up an Xbox smoke, didn't throw it, but they're going to show a little bit of presence at long.
It might be a late one instead. They're holding on to this utility here on the side of G2, so not initially taking long, but Rain will force the fight instead and take down Kenny S. Amanek still here with a bunch of nades, so doesn't want to lose them. That would leave G2 with almost nothing in this round, a 3-on-5 and one belter utility. They have middle. Faze are with the advantage, double stacked inside of B safely. Brokey watching the doors. G2 still hanging around middle, still working out how to make up for this disadvantage. Next is going to flash his players up on the catwalk, try and take control towards that A site, but look at the site. 3 players on top of it, inside of it, and aggressing towards the catwalk.
Ooh, well, that offers up a kill to Jax here. Oh, a double kill. Rain almost getting the collateral there. It feels like Hunter is the one to perish at the hands of Rain. He's got to keep on tapping them down, though. And he will come in with a third. Rain is extinguishing this A play right now. As it's only Amanek left standing, Rain is on for the ace. Brokey deletes him on the cross. The bomb never even makes it into the site. Rain with a stellar pistol performance there. And Faze are going to find themselves the pistol round once again here, similar to how they did back on the CT side of Nuke.
Yeah, Dust 2, not the map for 4 spies, you know, especially on the T side. Deagles are nice, but you don't want to dig yourself a hole if you're G2. Just take the eco here and now. Buy up in the next. Glocks are all they have. You can use this as a tack pause if you want. Take your time, but they are not waiting around. They're going to run towards catwalk. I like the pace from G2. This often leads you with bomb plants, but they really just have nothing. Faze, a scout on the site, should be able to hold the line with a couple of USP kills. Nico tapping away, but they're multi-peeking him. Nico, it's a pistol round, and he's got 4. Oh dear, eat your heart out.
Good stuff there from Nico. But of course, with just Glocks in that round, G2 really weren't poised to do anything super successful there. And you said it might have netted them bomb plant. Now that's a pretty good observation as to how that could have went down, but it's just not the reality of the situation now, is it?
Yeah, if you run up that catwalk with, you know, Deagles and P250s and just a bit of utility, a flash for the corner, you can sometimes, you know, get a kill CT or the man on the site, and then suddenly Faze, you know, they have to give you the bomb site. They have to run back long and play retake, because a gun picked up can give you a chance to fight, and, you know, those ecos can fall apart, or those anti-ecos can fall apart, rather, for Faze very quickly. So sometimes it's safer to give it up, but not in that one, not when Nico's hitting shots like that, and he's going to have to do it again.
Again, we do see that G2 setting up for some action on the catwalk. Jax with a stellar catch of an HE. Smoke out just offside of bricks. They can run off Cat towards elbow. But will they? They've also found themselves out middle. It's been all over roofs. They ran back to the B site, and a great flash from Brokey. Nets Coldzera. 3 kills before he's taken out by Kenny S.
That would have been a great lurk from Jax if this had gone a little better for G2. If they'd gotten into B, he could have cut off the rotations and won them the round, but unfortunately, now he's just stuck alone, being pinched by multiple positions. Nico will hit the shot, and that's Faze up 3-0. Great start to the map pick of G2.
11 out of the possible 15 kills in these 3 rounds have come from just 3 individuals on the side of FaZe Clan. Pretty ridiculous there, and that's just like the multi kills being offered up. I'm talking about, you know, we had it's not Cold, sorry, we had Coldzera in that round with 3, and then Nico and Rain back-to-back USP 4Ks in the A bomb site, which is a very weird one. Just Eagles in now for G2, and this should be a shot at a pretty easy 4th round from the FaZe Clan side. It's that 2nd round all over again.
Slowly does it up towards the short area. G2, once again, back in familiar territory, but it's not been kind to them in the past. Neither of Faze. Nico and Rain waiting around on this A site. Nico's going to be making first contact, baiting them in, and then falling back, making G2 think they have A, only for Rain to deliver them some death. Run boost though for G2. Are they going to flash it? No, just dry peek for Jackson. That grenade should finish off the job. Rain will do it instead, peeking out wide. Nice grenade from Nico. And he can just fall off whenever he feels like it, because Rain is still here. Well, I say that. Rain was still here. Amanek's going to hit the Deeg, and this is how these rounds fall out of control. FaZe need to give the site away. They need to play for retake here. And you can see Nico falling off on long, allowing them to get control. Should still be a FaZe round. They can't get that gun from Rain either. It's in the round.
Oh, Amanek's Deagle will find another head here. Tags through the box from Nico. Brings both the site players down. That Molotov might just seal the fate of Amanek, and he will get roasted, toasted in the fire and the flames. Hunter, the last man left, gets put in the ground as well. And the defuse comes in for FaZe Clan. 4-0 up. With a bomb plant, with the loss bonus maxed out for G2, this buy is going to be fantastic here heading into round number 5.
Great shots from Nico, though. He really just lights him up, makes him low, and makes it easy for FaZe to get that retake underway. Exactly what you need. 4-0. We've already said, you know, these series often go 3 with both teams taking the opposition's map pick, while FaZe are on route to do that right now. G2, though, slow start. They have the same on you. Can they still pick the back up? It's going to be Kenny looking for the AWP pick, and they are not ready for that fight. Rain getting picked up early. G2 a man advantage, and they're going to commit. They are late to the party. This has allowed a man to get close. Nico, oh, that Molly's going to push forward. They have to commit into the AWP, and he somehow gets away with his life. Dink down, Olaf going to swing, and he gets traded by Nexa. Kenny even finding a second AWP kill onto Nico's repeak. A dangerous decision that will come to punish FaZe.
Yeah, double swings down for the cross. Brokey not given any angle to peek through. Cold, not even really committing to the rotation, starts to slowly trickle into middle. But yeah, this is the save from FaZe. They just concede the round. Now, as they try and get away, Hunter was already dispatched to try and stop exactly this. However, he falls, and that's actually a Krieg now dropped over here in the tunnels. That's retrieved, thrown back to Cold Zera. And if you're able to get out of this round, you know, with the double Krieg save and still plenty of money on the side of FaZe, you're not that worried about anything just yet.
No, those Kriegs are lethal on the counter-terror side, especially on a map like this with, well, it's what Rush would call a flat map. Rush, you want to weigh in on your thoughts with flat versus vertical maps?
There are a couple of different types of maps in the game. Flat maps, such as Dust 2, and then more fun, complex, big brain maps like Vertigo and Nuke. Those are the real maps you should be playing, not these flat. You know, everybody knows every angle. You peek a corner, they've killed that guy a million times in a row, so they know what they're doing. So the flat maps get a thumbs down from me.
Yeah, all right. Well, they are easier to observe at least. So
that is true. So I like them in that regard.
Yeah, G2 giving you a bit of a chance here, Rush. Take it where you can.
You talking to me, Hugo?
No, I would never do that. 4-1 though. G2, they get on the board, they get this one done. Talking about those Kriegs over FaZe, again, you know, holding headshot angles like on the site, they can be very good. Nico is here on A. And once again, G2 just going to set up for this catwalk play. This time, long split is an option, and they have 3 players coming through there. Olaf has to hold his own.
Yeah, also in this round, FaZe have moved away from this double A-side setup that they've been running. Instead, Rain finds himself down in CT.
Ooh.
So this A-side, a little less defended than usual from FaZe. Rain trying to rotate up, and as long as he gets ahead of the catwalk players, that's all that matters. In the meantime, Olaf gets dropped down towards long side. The flashbangs have been very, very good at denying Nico any of these kills, and Hunter's going to chime on in with one of his own. Bomb plant can be found here for the side of G2, and likely this is going to be Brokey and Cold back-to-back saving, as is often the life of this B-site player.
Yeah, bomb thrown over on the run boost. Nico, he doesn't go for the timing shot there off the AWP. I think he assumes they're not going to swing on that flashbang, but if he went for a shot once he got blinded, he definitely would have got a kill. There were 3 players crossing past him. The timing was there, but not taken. Cold holding onto his Krieg. And G2 doubling down with the second round. They deal with the AWP and take the A site. We're seeing Nico often use this AWP over Olaf for the time being. Wonder if that will remain to be true. Olaf deep down in the pit in the previous round. He gets so much damage off with a flashbang from Nico, and he tags Nexa and Amanek down low. You can already see the effect of that. They are still alive and kicking, and those kills will never finish off by Faze. 2 rounds to G2, Gamers 2, as they once were formerly known.
Well, we're all gamers too, in a way. Faze Clan boasts an incredible 66.2% of opening duels won on CT side, Dust 2 in the last 3 months. The average is 55%.
I like that, you know, when Ben throws us a stat, he gives us context. He lets us know, you know, this is what the normal is. This is what the average is, and this is how Faze are exceeding that. That's a great stat to have. But right now, it's not working wonderfully for Faze. They're on an eco.
Yeah, you gotta hope that these 2 saved Kriegs that have been saved back-to-back can deliver a hell of a lot in this round. If you're Faze Clan. Brokey might be given a chance now. Gonna flash the peek in for Olaf, and that's a good flashbang. Once again, lots of damage done by Olaf Meister, but not quite the kill. And now he's gonna rely on his teammates to try and finish the job. Brokey spamming this smoke. With so many players crossing behind it, it almost feels more impressive to have missed that than to have actually not managed to tag someone crossing. coldzera in the meantime has left Faze in a 3-on-4, but once again, it's the save. This time they managed to nab an extra Krieg. So slowly but surely, they're increasing the Krieg counter over here on the CT side. However, you know, is that going to transpire to any more round wins as G2 continuing to put up rounds now, 3-4. Getting some flashbacks to Nuke. Similar start here, right? With Faze taking an early advantage and now G2 starting to find their footing further into these rifle rounds.
It's to be expected, you know, G2 obviously not having guns at the start of the map. As soon as they get the AWP and Kenny, he finds 2 kills in the round and they haven't lost any since. You know, Moham was giving a credit to Nexa as an in-game leader. Certainly a versatile one here for the side of G2. He's got a game plan, and he's got some incredible players behind him to help him achieve that. Now, Faze, they have money. By coming back in, the triple Krieg carry that he's talked about, it got saved. Now we need to see it put to good use. The AWP is in the hands of Nico. Olaf does have the old Craig. And where do we go from here? A single smoke for the cross, a solo player towards B, and mid to be conceded, at least for the time being, for Faze. They're double boosting Catwalk as Olaf comes late into position. Both these Kriegs, or actually one of them being an AWP rather, up on Cat. They could boost Nico into a position to watch lower. Right now he's just holding for the contact. Rain ready with a Molotov if contact is made. In the meantime, pressure being put on B by Hunter, but that is only a facade. It's a fake. It's a long take as G2 push 3 players with the bomb out and about. Olaf watching it from the site, though. Krieg v Krieg. Who gets the better of it?
You love the patience from G2, and they've been rewarded pretty handsomely for this patience, right? They show a tiny bit of presence in the tunnels. Brokey, who was playing mid, repositions. Now they spot this AWP over on Catwalk. Nico's not going to move. And that's because Rain, the other man who was boosted up here earlier, still lies in wait. Now they fall back as the long push looks to come in, but this is where the Kriegs can look to do their best work. Amanek comes in with a trade. Hunter in the back line. Rain gets deleted as well. And this A bomb site, somehow, some way, it looked like FaZe were going to hold on to that pretty amicably, right? They flashed the players at long. They have the Krieg peeking it. It feels like there, the round should be locked in. But Hunter steals it away from FaZe Clan. 3 kills in that round from him over on the Catwalk. The patience on that man is rewarded and often required in his profession. Hunter with 3 kills, securing a 4th round for G2.
Cold comes jumping through the smoke after that, and he hits the wall. He bounces. You can see, you know, there's a little jut out on the left side, and you can watch Cold just, his head pops out. Hunter sees it. He takes a kill. That's unfortunate. And the gap in the smoke, I'm not sure if it was by design, but it will work wonderfully for G2. 4 rounds now. That 4-0 lead from FaZe has been long forgotten. maybe we'll start to see Faze probing here, right? We know G2's default is good, as shown in the previous round. They had tunnels, they had mid, and they had long with a late cat take from Kenny. But Faze, they might want to get aggressive inside of the B tunnels, try and take some map control away, force G2 to sweat. Right now it's being held passive by Amanek. There are grenades in the hands of Faze to slow this one down with the smokes. Brokey has a HE as well to throw into tunnels if this were to be a B plan. It still may be a mid to B, but Nexa is holding long with the bomb, and Faze are considering the aggression on this side of the map.
Well, consideration. Still have this idea that they want to press around and play on catwalk. Smoke out there towards bricks. Nico working his way back in. Doesn't want to let him get all the way around the elbow there of the site. The bomb has yet to show its face. They're going to regress long here. Or they're going to try to. It looks like a two-pronged attack on the A site. It's going to cause rotation there from Brokey. He's going to start to look out towards middle and perhaps even creep on over. Olaf playing for pit. Rain very close. This has gone pretty well so far. It's going to be enough to back that if Kenny S out. The AWP gets out of the firing line. And now Nico just trying to land some headshots with that scout. There's one. Goes for a second, grabs it as well. Easy does it. Can he lock on for another one? It's Nexa in the site, and the answer is no. Nexa slick on the trigger.
And it's another one of these rounds where Faze, for a moment, it looks like they're the ones in the driver's seat. But no, G2 have somehow made this look like it should be their round. Now, these Deagles were able to get away with a hell of a lot over towards long, and the scout chimed in as well. Can the Deags do it in the now 1v2, though? I'm not so confident. Nexa cements it with 4. And, you know, we needed someone from G2 to step up after they fed the beast that was Nico's scout over at long. That round almost gets out of hand. Nexa just suddenly digs them out of the hole. Yeah. They said it couldn't be done, but there he is shoveling away.
And, you know, that wasn't Nico, of course, from Faze, but that was a 2-on-5, man. Nico lights him up with a scout. Kenny gets a trade, and Nexa, 4 headshots with the AK, just tapping down Faze with the pistols. That is insult to injury, salt in the wound. Faze, they're going to try and bring the heat. We expected aggression. Well, there it is, right up middle. Kenny's missed the timing. He did spot a man here, but does he know how deep he's got him cold? Turning around, he at least gets a kill for that. Would have been awful if he went without one. But it's still not a perfect position to be in. 4 on 4. Nico watching mid with the doors.
I like the decision from Faze, though, right? Just to switch things up a bit. And also, it puts like a bit of tension on Kenny, right? His whole responsibility being back in T-Spawn is to watch those mid doors. So the fact that Cold was able to push up and just rely on Kenny missing those shots, which I think is a pretty ballsy move, all things considered, is a nice show of force from FaZe Clan and leaves them in this 4-on-4. It's not often that we've seen them grab these man advantages early on, and admittedly, it hasn't stuck with them.
But will this long A play be crisp? Will it be clean? Grenade going to come out and stop them a little short of their tracks. But they're going to keep on pressing on. Just under a minute left on the clock. Both Rain and Olaf set up here in the perfect position for some trades, and they're going to get just that. Eaten alive is G2 Esports. Kenny S, AWP, he could find a shot that would go a long way. Instead, he's going to find a grenade. 1 on 4. 47 HP. Nowhere to go. No bomb. Really nothing else to do.
Ooh, the bait. Oh, and there's the switch. Olaf swinging. Kenny gone. He fires a shot. They hear it. Olaf questioning the second AWP. Does not go for it. Nico will remain the only one on the CT side. But that's fine, given the AKs, given the Kriegs that FaZe have been running. No need.
Yeah, not just that, right? G2 haven't really shown any tendency to try and have Kenny be the man looking for these picks. Instead, he is just playing that T-AWP role, right? Watching for the mid-cross. If he has a long spawn, wouldn't surprise me if we see him go for those kind of shots then. But you haven't really been having to deal with, like, G2 sending out 1 or 2 players in search of this first pick. And that's where the AWP can really excel, especially that double AWP setup. Instead, it's kind of just been these grouped plays of G2 amassing the majority of their players in one spot. And that's left FaZe in retake scenarios a hell of a lot of the time. So you know, you understand maybe moving away from the double orb. Rain having a tactical change during the pause, switching the batteries in his headset. Man comes prepared with extra batteries for his headset. That's what you like to see, Rain. None of this, right, we do need a 15-minute pause because my batteries have just died and I'm going to have to charge my headphones or play on speaker, and no one would want that.
You know, worst comes to worst, just take apart the TV remote. That's what I always do.
You're that guy in the house? You just keep removing the TV remote batteries?
It happened.
My
you know,
God.
I ran out of batteries and I need batteries. So what else?
Yeah, but
do I
I'm
do,
assuming they
Chris?
don't charge with like double A's. I'm assuming this is like
My headphones are wired, so
yeah, that's your loss, I guess.
Yeah.
Then, bud. Kenny down here towards lower tunnels has the rest of the squad in tow. They're going to try and boost him up for this short side peak, and that is where Nico is. They decide against the boost. That's because Xbox is smoked. They'll just go creeping on out through the lower tunnels. Rain doubled up here alongside the AWP of Nico. Nico falls off and drops into CT, but this means they don't have to concede short on the back of this rotation. And Rain, now that they've spotted the AWP, this is a sick little bait and switch from FaZe Clan. They send the AWP down. G2 then go, oh, well, Nico's mid. He was just catwalk. So everyone quickly discounts that AWP, you know, who was aggressive on Cat is still going to be there. They all turn away. And in that timing, while they're focused on CT, Rain just comes in and slides the knife in the back. 6-5 now. FaZe going to find themselves back in the lead.
Yeah. Enough for a purchase over here for G2. Will they do it? Kenny can get the op back out, but they're going to go for a little bit of a partial here. Deagle on Kenny and Scout on Jax. Not playing around with the A control this time is FaZe Clan. Just Cold Zero over B on his lonesome.
Oh, so here's something else as well, right? This little setup between Olaf and Rain over at Long. We didn't see it in the last round. Obviously, Rain doubled up with Nico over towards the short side. But other than that, it has been Rain and Olaf playing this long side. In this round, Brokey joins him, and Rain's actually back inside of A. We kind of see Rain taking that swing position role now, where he's always this man out on his own little island, trying to work in tandem with other members of the squad, right, to try and like come in on these big lurks. But that position from Olaf is something that he's done a hell of a lot, and that's something that I think G2 have been caught off by a couple of times. Keep an eye on that double setup at Long. See if that's something that G2 catch on to.
I think they spotted Nico rotating as well. Jax was scoped in mid, and Nico just looked away as he crossed towards B. G2 haven't done much of that information, though. They've been smoked off on the catwalk, and now they have to go. The molly from Brokey is well timed. He sees utility, but that will only burn half the time of the smoke. They can drop into CT. Hunter gets around it. Rain spamming. He's praying. He's getting tabbed by the scout, and now players dropping into CT. Rain knows there's going to be more where that came from, and he's got 2 for 1. Make it a third. The trade's in, and next he's got to do a whole lot with not a lot. It's going to be a 7th round for FaZe Clan on this CT side. Putting it together. Despite G2's 5-round streak, that's a bit of a recovery from FaZe. 3 in a row, and the money now back in the hands of G2.
Yeah, and, you know, regardless of the weapons they had, you see them try to drop the smoke towards CT. They drop a smoke on bricks. They even have a player try to fake a sound cue into dropping into spawn. But ultimately, it was the Molotov that really put a damper in the plans right there. Landed just perfectly behind the smoke and kept G2 from getting any sort of freedom of movement up catwalk and elbow. U.S. Air Force Tactical Timeout brought to you by G2. This is their second one. They have 2 more left in the game. And I see, you know, a couple gigglers next to me. I wonder what they're giggling about.
Just having a giggle, having a gaggle, having a laugh over here on the analyst/casting desk. It's kind of both.
It's too bad we don't have a
Just
couch.
desk, mate.
It is just a regular desk, isn't it? How can you even tell the difference?
This one doesn't have any analysts on it.
Yeah, guilty as charged, Your Honor. Nico over here towards short, and
Ooh.
Kenny, they're in this standoff. Then a little, Nico backs away. No peek comes in.
Oh, you just ruined that song for me forever.
Yeah.
I
aim
can never
to-
watch a Wild West movie again.
A Wild West movie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch any anyway.
No,
so
yeah, that's
I'm
I
clearly not
could
missing
tell.
out
I could
much.
tell by your choice of words there. Now, let's see. The Cowboys of FaZe Clan over here towards the short side. They're looking to try fire off now. Rain. Ooh. Spots a dude getting up onto the Xbox. Olaf, in the meantime, gets the information that there's players at long. This is something that G2 have gotten wrecked by a couple of times, trying to grab this long side. Nico's going to come rotating in to join Olaf. G2, they'll decide to back on out, and I think that's a safe decision. This double duo of Nico and Olaf over at long side is not one you want to go running into anytime soon.
Jackson did the classic, oh, there's a grenade coming, let me move to avoid it, and then moves into the direct collision with the grenade.
Happens to the best of them.
Yeah, walks right into the firing line. Well, this is not actually an A play. G2, they want to head Clint Westwood into this B site now. Brokey, he's going to be the only man stuck here. Cold Zero at the car as well, waiting for the spray. He's got one, doubling it. Bomb drop, Cold holding his own and shutting down the round. Trace has fallen to pieces.
Clint Westworld, everyone.
I said Westwood. What are you doing? What is going on?
Clint Westwood. Now, that was what was said. That's what's going on the card. And my goodness, I cannot believe the words that just came out of your mouth, Hugo.
They headed west. They went to B. That's on the left side.
Clint Westwood.
Yeah, they didn't head eastward. They headed westward.
Okay, no, I get it now. I get it.
See, that was on purpose.
There's a recovery there.
No, that was on purpose.
Yeah.
That was the intention.
Well, let's see what you think, chat. Let's go ahead and get a 1 if you think he was on purpose right there.
Wait, you think I actually think his name is Clint Westwood?
You said it, not us.
Jesus
so.
Christ.
Anyway,
I mean,
cat control here from the side of G2. They're going to have pistols in this round. They're running at a Fury's pace. Not wasting any time with smokes. Jax, though, is going to begin to open the door up here with the Deagle. Taking down Olaf. Meanwhile, Rain has other plans for the entirety of G2. He's going to stay alive in the site, dropping a grenade. Tons of damage put down. He's done enough. But a bomb plant will come through unless this grenade finds success. And it doesn't.
Oh man, it is raining nades. Raining on the parade here of G2, but they've been able to get the bomb down, and Hunter was keen to take the advantage. A very risky peek, and oh, he's done it again. Oh dear, not the cleanest in the world. Now down to a 2-on-2. Nico trying to readjust. Amanek goes back to the same position. In the meantime, Brokey's dropped Nexa on the wraparound through mid. They had a great read to deal with the lurk. And they do manage to deal with Amanek as well. The E-Fuse comes in. It's a 9th round now for Faze. We can continue the Western theme. This has gone 9-5, the way of Dolly Parton.
Yeah, I mean, G2, they definitely, is Dolly Parton West? Is that Western?
She's a country
like
music
country
singer,
music,
guys. Come
right?
on. That, just because you know, country music is not strictly limited to the West or the Wild West, okay? I'm from the South. People like country music there, too.
Trace,
Can't say that I'm one of them. I'm not a K-Kona type of guy, so it's just not.
Give me the biggest yeehaw you can give us.
In a Phase G2 match, you want a yeehaw. Well, it is the last round of the half, so why not?
He had to take his headset off for
He
that
actually
one.
did. I moved a considerable distance away, and yet our ears, well, maybe they'll never recover. Nico
I
up
hope that
here.
wasn't painful. I do apologize.
No, that was actually great. It sounded good, and Nico's looking even better. Big old yeehaw from this man as he drops Nexa over towards the short side. Now readjusting back towards mid, trying to get up on top here to peek on over the smoke, and that is how Nico gets dealt with. However, Brokey is a trickier beast to tangle with altogether. Amanek's going to duck and dive and weave out from middle. Hunter's got the B site, but Brokey on the other side, this is by no means a safe site just yet, especially with this bomb isolated on the catwalk. It's confusing times right now on either side of the equation. For G2, they don't really know what FaZe Clan have, and FaZe don't really know what G2 have.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Cold just calmed. The bomb is at short, and they leave B. They rotate away. The bomb's now dropped, and it's Hunter alone in the 1v3.
I don't like that commitment there. I would have loved to see Amanek go back. You know, Hunter was trying to fake out B to draw those rotations away, but if anything, they just draw them closer to the bomb. And Amanek, he had a chance to duck lower. He had Hunter to come back in and help him, but instead he tries to commit to A. And without the kill, it's falling apart here, Trace.
Yeah, here comes Hunter. Grabs the second one now. Hold your horses, Cowboys. Here we go. Hunter taking on Cold Zera, and it's not going to go out in Hunter's favor.
Turn around, considering the scoreline here that we see on Dust 2. But the folks over at GG better believing in the GG2. Can they now make those odds a reality?
Can we take his microphone away? Is that allowed?
We could, or we could just give it to Rushley to commentate this pistol round. Rushley, take it away.
What's going on? Well, from what I'm observing right now, they're all chilling out down here, but Jax Oh, wow. That was an absolutely godlike one tap there from the short position. HE not going to do much in mid. Looks like they are posturing back towards B. Nico throwing a deep Molotov.
Deep.
But I do like this camera, so I'm going to use it. And hopefully it all works out in the end. Hopefully 9 doesn't kill any. Oh, it's messy, but he just followed it. Oh, a crisp second. Hunter last on the side, all up in a 1v4. We've seen him do it. We know he's got it in him. Looking for the first. Oh, no. Hunter takes him down.
And that is Rushley, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rushley, what's your Twitter handle? What's your Instagram? Where can we find you? What's your mailing address?
If you Google Rushley 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Nice.
it should come up.
And do we Google them as letters or as not, like, do we write that out?
I think you can do both. I think both
okay.
works fine now.
Interesting. Well, thank you very much, Rushley, for picking up that pistol round.
Have a good one.
The slack that I guess Harry is creating here.
Yeah, remember, he's observing while doing that. You know, this man's multi-talented, multilingual, and multi-vitamin. I don't know. He's
multivitamin.
He drinks his multivitamins. He makes sure he has a great diet, I guess.
I suppose. The only thing that needs to be stomached around here is that first round loss from FaZe Clan, guys. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, now, if we can just find the conversion here on the G2 side, they're going to be looking good. But that's something that they've struggled with thus far. This round shouldn't get out of control. It shouldn't get out of hand. And it definitely had the potential to. Thankfully, Hunter gets rid of that pressure, leaving Olaf alone. And more alone than ever as he turns back around. Hunter will go ahead and deal with him. 7-10 now. G2 starting to get back into the swing of things here in the second half.
So I want to say thank you to everyone out there, all 100,000 plus of you that have decided to spend your Sunday with us. You might be tuning in for the Liquid Furia game if you're just waking up in America, North America, that is. Well, and if you're doing that, it's 2:30 on the East Coast. So what are you really doing?
So most people probably haven't woken up.
Or haven't gone to sleep.
Close to our sleep schedules, Trace.
Doesn't get us any closer to the Westwood.
Yeah.
We do find ourselves in the Dust Hood, though. We're going to be taking a look as FaZe Clan try to manipulate this mid control that they've gained.
Oh, Hunter spotted there with the MP9. Tries to get a little nade in through the door, but FaZe are too fast on their feet to get caught by that. But maybe Kenny's position could stand to blindside a couple.
Oh,
see you later.
That's a bit of a shame for Rain as he takes one to the brain. Kenny going to reposition over here toward the back of Goose. Trace actually taught me how to summon geese earlier on.
That's not true at all.
Summon, I think, is the wrong word.
You have to conjure them, just like World of Warcraft. You have to, like, create them.
Well, I'm not going to ask you to throw that one in just yet, Trace.
No, well,
but a flash out through long. Jack's down in the pit here. Has his work cut out for him as they start to head his way. Now, this short play still looking to come through from Nico. That means that Kenny can't really help old mate Jax over here towards long. He's just got to try and fly solo, and he will get picked up almost immediately. Nico dealt with over towards Catwalk, and that's going to leave this shooting gallery open to Kenny S. As the rest of FaZe try and trundle their way up through long. But this is not really working. We talked about trundling up through long. Well, Nex is more like Teemo. He's disappeared in that smoke. Just standing still, and there it is. Cold, he wanted to die there. He was looking for death, and Nexa gives it over in high supply.
Yeah, he didn't even shoot because he wanted the loss bonus, wanted his money to be on level with his team. It makes sense. Of course, what he had is more than the loss bonus, but thinking more for the longevity, saving that AK would probably leave him dying off the time as the smoke fades. 10-8. G2, they've warmed up, they've woken up in the second half, and they're bringing the heat. Kenny has been hitting his shots with the AWP. He had a bit of a slow start to this map. We weren't really seeing him all too challenged. But living the high life on the CT side and taking the advantage for G2 in round number 19. FaZe are going to move up Catwalk. It's a long split as well towards that A site, but G2 are appropriately poised for it. Nex is playing bait in on Goose. But with the AWP supporting him, Kenny should be able to light up a couple of kills before they get to Nexus position, and he can guarantee that Faze aren't going to be getting a bomb plant in this round, denying the money. As once Faze get on the site, they're probably not going to check Goose. They're probably going to be looking towards Long, as that's where Jax will also be peeling away from and assisting Kenny S.
Yeah, not to mention, we've already seen Kenny's flash stats are looking good right now for G2. He's even available to throw these in, as is Jax over at Long, and that's just going to help Nexa out even further. Kenny's going to hold for the ramp key. Pretty ballsy decision as it leaves him on 2 points of health, but he's still alive, still kicking. Nexa tries to swing out from Goose, and Cold with his Deagle, looking for a little bit more. Now down to the 1v3. This is made scary by coldzera. He's walked down 2, now in with another. Kenny and Amanek, the 2 players that survive. coldzera almost on for the ace, and it's only Amanek left. Cold gets it. Faze at 11th round. And my word, what a Deagle play from Cold. 11-8, what a way to get your first T-side round on the board. Take a bow, coldzera.
Unbelievable shots here in an unbelievable round. He turns this one around single-handedly, finds the frags necessary, does it all while dancing around inside of the A site on 7 HP. Great stuff there from coldzera.
Yeah, just the pivoting on the box is the best part. You can see in that 2-on-1, Kenny makes it cool. Let's just rush him. Let's just get in his face. He's low, and Cold is just, pivoting, bouncing left, right, back and forward, not giving a trade to G2, allowing himself to take these one-on-ones. Great work from Cold. A god with that gun, as many players on Faze have proven to be in the past.
Those are the type of rounds that can really turn a game.
Yeah.
They can really solidify that you could even pick up, this map for sure.
It's Faze's first T round. That's the most important part as well, right? They get 10 CT rounds. They go silent G2. That was an anti-eco. They should have been up to 9-10. This could have been close, but instead, Faze back in the lead by a big way. But how long for is the question.
Now look at Rain. Sneaky sloth making his way into the site. No one's even seen him yet. They have absolutely no idea that Rain's gotten all this ground. Just looking back towards the site, it's going to be that of Jax. But even now, he's looked away. And there's the one tap from Rain. Easy does it. Squeeze the trigger. You just got to squeeze the trigger.
Ooh, Olaf gets a catwalk. That was very important. Flash is there. He can assist this bomb going down. Nico is covering spawn because G2 are forced out of the A site. They might even just have to save straight up. Losing to that eco has economical consequences, and they're experiencing them right now. 2 AWPs, neither of them with armor. A FAMAS and an M4. It's a safe city. It's no kit here for G2, and they've got to give it up. Faze, 12 rounds. That Deagle round from Cold is going to have massive consequence here as G2 are forced to give away 2 in a row, despite, again, having an early advantage in this one.
You gotta wonder, is that Cold deep round the kind of straw that breaks the camel's back for G2 here on Dust? How do you dig yourself out of that one? That was their round all day long, and now they save here. It enables them to field 4 weapons into this round. They can buy armor on Amanek and Kenny. But you can see, right, they don't really want to have to invest that, because now, like, the double eco, or well, this isn't really an eco, but an eco looming in the next round if this one isn't found. They put a lot of pressure on these 4 rifle players to try and get the job done. Jax is only armed with a USP. He can be used a bit like bait for the rest of the gang to play around. He's going to try and do everything he can to assist them in getting this opening kill.
Yeah, they've put Brokey in the pit and they've left Long. Faze just wanted to get this man behind enemy lines, but this is a dangerous fight. He's going to win it. Hunter gone. That was a rifle fighting down Long. Jax has now picked it up. It's a triple AWP for G2. Not the most orthodox, but let's see if they can pick it up. And he's close. Oh, he's surely getting traded here. He was ahead of the angle, could not retreat. Nexa getting caught, and he will get a dink on the second, but Olaf and Nico combining for that kill. It's going to be Jackson Amanek. 2 more orbs remain, and another missed shot, just so committed. G2, they're trying to catch Faze off guard with these aggressive positions, but they need to hit the shots, and Jax, he finally will. Bomb drop, buys time for that rotate, and Jax is going to peel on out of here. He hasn't been traded from Cat. He's expecting a long flank. That's not coming through, because Brokey himself is also expecting a long flank. Watching the doors is not the case. Amanek coming in from Catwalk. Nico, oh, he's been given a chance, but he won't hit the shot. Another bomb plant in for Brokey, who can try and win this round.
Oh, missed shot from Amanek. Luckily enough, Nico not able. Oh, Nico gets tired trying to get back down towards the ramp, but it wasn't the killing blow. That could have given G2 a real avenue back in. Nico, here's the man in CT. Brokey's almost certainly scoped up on this position as well. It is just the bait from Nico to try and force the peak. And if you're G2, you kind of have an idea as to what's going on here. Like, you know that there's probably a man watching from the pit. Jax might not even get away with this AWP. He is trapped, and Nico.
Oh, no.
2 HP versus 3 HP. Who wins? Jax needs some assistance, and oh dear.
No.
There we go. They do manage to get rid of Nico.
Oh.
Jax falls with the bomb, and that is devastating for G2. That double AWP could have meant all the difference here. There's still money to invest, but time is running out for the G2 squad if they want to get this done in 2 and stop us from heading all 3 maps.
That was a mess, honestly, but what a great round to watch. Brokey just stays alive on long, and him just being in the pit the entire round wins the round for Faze. He doesn't need to move. He plays that post plant, and they never even come for it. They couldn't get up the ramp. I would have loved to see G2 go for that, really, but I understand why they didn't. 2-on-2, though, a close chance. Considering Faze have a 5-round lead now as a result, G2 are not left with a lot of opportunities to stay in their map pick. Train is looking more likely than ever. Their 3rd US Air Force tactical timeout. And their last rifle round before they are broken once again. How many orbs is the question? Well, they only got away with 1 in the previous. Amadek's money isn't pretty, but I wonder if there's a gun dropped over. No, he's going to buy up an M4. So it's fine for G2. It's not perfect, though. And no kits as well. Another factor is we haven't seen B from Faze. Wow, that's a fast shot. They have been avoiding that site. So, you know, if it does come down to that, G2 are not going to have the kits and they will have to save.
That's all assuming Mr. Max can't hold the site. So far, it's Rain clearing out long A, eradicating Jax. 3v5 already. That bomb site has fallen, and it's going to be Kenny S. just trying to get a pick as they cross. If it could cause some damage, that would go a long way.
Lining up the cross smokes, though. And G2 on a save here. They've realized that this is not going to be an A play, or not going to be a B play, rather. So they're just holding onto their guns in case any lurkers come towards this position. That will not be the case. Faze are fully committed. 5 players up and about long towards the A site. On plant will guarantee 14, and G2, just another save, another rifle round that will go amiss.
Yeah, and it's another round where for the majority of G2, it feels like they barely even get a chance to play it, right? They don't even really get to see what this round would have had in store. It wouldn't surprise me if maybe we even see a bit more of a fight taken by the G2 squad early on coming into this next round, just so, you know, you actually get to have a chance to have these AWPs firing off, these weapons that you've been holding on to time and time again. Because right now, something's got to give for G2. Or else Faze are just going to walk all over them here in this second map. 14-8 now, 2 away from taking us the distance.
We're going for the distance, but are we going for speed here? Is this where Faze turn it up just a little bit? They crank it up a notch, hit the NOS. Take us at a furious pace into the bomb site, 14-8. Real chance to shut the door, but the weapons are back out for G2, Harry, and you look at it, you see the AWP in Kenny's hands, and you wonder, is this the round he's going to pop off? Do they have an answer for what Coldzera did a few rounds back with Deagle? Looks of it, it's going to be a long play. Full-on long commitment. This is going to be a skirmish if I've seen one. Meanwhile, 3 members of Faze working their way up Catwalk. Just Rain stuck out here. Finds one on a Hunter. That one's going to sting. And so is that one onto Olaf as Kenny S rings out of the round. Rain keeping them honest here at long, though.
Oh, great call from Faze. Rain gets a double and they just back out. They know there's more players on A and the G2 are likely out of the B site right now. That's a correct call. Darting back in is Amanek trying to regain the control of position. He's got the B site for now. Nico hasn't got middle though. Amanek tucked. They might not expect him this deep. He should have been out of the site. Faze made the right read, but they're taking their time on the entry. Kenny coming through the Molotov and he finds a kill with 15 points of health. The trade is not there. Nex is inside as well and Amanek hasn't even been seen. He is not needed. Rain, a Molotov at his feet, that will signal disaster for Faze.
Yeah, now they know he's here. They heard the tag. You know that Amanek's ears pricked up the moment that came through. Rain, all that's left to do is die, and Kenny will grant him the pleasure. 3 kills from the AWP on G2's side. And it was that decision to just try and force those gunfights early. I like that from G2. They win them out. They take control of the round. And that kill from Kenny, where he barrels through the Molotov over in the window, is just massive. That completely changes the flow of this round, right? Getting that kill onto Brokey leaves just one man to try and take the B site. And, you know, at which point it's easy for Amanek and co to mop on up. 14-9, G2 trying to get back into this one. Faze calling in a US Air Force tactical timeout here. Want to try and stop the Frenchman from building this scoreline up any further. They don't want this to go the way of Nuke.
The US Air Force tactical timeout is almost coming to a close. Good impact all around from the side of Faze. After losing the first map 16-14, this almost certainly puts us over into the train yards for a decider.
Yeah, what even are map picks anyway at this point?
You're right.
14-9, Faze furious on this T side and fast as they creep and crawl down the catwalk towards A. There's only one man inside of the site right now. That is Kenny. And I say one man, he brings the power of many men. They're going to duck below his AWP though. And this will be a bit of a surprising peak. Kenny should still be fast enough to hit the shot, but the timing falls off. They might hear those footsteps, but no capitalization. Smoke down, he spots the contact. Now he knows. Now he's ready. Shot hit. Going in for a second. He's found it. Kenny anymore. He's got them all. Bomb dropped, and the round might just be done here for Faze. Couple more players coming out from long, and G2 have those fights well and truly locked under.
And that's around the G2 need right there. Just broke you with that AWP, and he's got a save. 1v5 with a minute left on the clock. What doing?
Run.
Well, Kenny was down bottom of the board alongside Amanek for G2. He had 11 kills to his name in round 22. Now he sits topping the charts for the G2 squad. 17-14. That's 6 kills in these last 2 rounds. So back-to-back 3Ks. Brokey looking to hold on to the AWP, but you can already see G2 do not want to let him get away with it. They are closing in on every avenue right now. And Hunter, needless to say, will be the man to do it. G2, 10-14, not out of the fight just yet. And an eco coming up for FaZe Clan. G2, they could be starting to get back into the swing of things here. Is it going to be the case of too little, too late, though? Is the switch around? Is the switcheroo going to happen once again?
One more, Kenny. Yep.
Bang him out.
I suppose you could do that, Hugo. But what will FaZe do in this round? They sit just 2 rounds away from pushing that 3rd map. G2 are crawling back in. And with just Glocks, you got one Deagle over there on cold. Where are they going to try to take their fights? Rain already out middle. Late round, if he's able to go undetected, could cause a problem even with a Glock. Yeah.
Thanks a nose. Uh-oh, bye-bye.
Boom.
Just shoot the corner, you kill him. He definitely knows, right? He definitely knows, and yeah, he's going to make a move. Won't work out. Existence still alive and kicking in this round as FaZe sit around in T-spawn discussing the follow-up rifle.
Existence. Right?
I mean, you said it, not me.
Maniac seems to think that's pretty accurate. It's pretty funny, so I figured for Maniac I'd do it just once. Either way, they are mulling over what they're going to be doing in the next round. You can tell.
Ooh, close. Don't trust Colt with the Deagle anymore. Not after that round. Anything is possible.
Truth is out there. 14-11. Just formalities at this point. barring some kind of disaster for G2.
Your turn, Brokey. Do what Cold couldn't. He wants a bait, though. Yeah, he wants someone to jump across. I like that. Peek off the back of the run boost. He's so ready. He's on the angle. Oh, Kenny dodges, though. Gets out. Oh, not far, though. Now it's on Nexa. Got to hold on to this orb. 18 seconds. Going to try and pick up the gun. And all they pick up is bullets to the face. Nexa with 3. Gets the orb. And G2 shut down the eco.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is still taking back-to-back multi-kills for G2 to get to this point in time. However, I think on an individual level, that's fantastic, because that's where it felt like G2 were coming up short in this a hell of a lot of time. You know, we didn't have a Cold Zera Deagle man on this team just yet, up until a matter of rounds ago. And now the heroes are starting to emerge. It's Kenny and it's Nexa bringing up the front for G2, catching on Faze Clan. Investment back in from Faze. This time over towards the catwalk they go. Kenny with the AWP in hand. This time hoping for a bit of a better time over here at short. They are already up. And he is not going to be ready for this. Rain completely blindsides him there. Kenny not expecting people to be down the catwalk so quickly. Faze have tended towards these very, very slow rounds time and time again. And this is not the case here in round 26. This could be map point now for Faze.
Or it might not be. Cole gets spammed, and that will be heard. Amanek has dropped Olaf in the meantime, and G2 is certainly going to give this a look. They do not want to throw away a win here and now. Brokey versus Hunter. Krieg versus AK, and Brokey's on the spot. Oh, the shot missed, but he recovers well. Nico dropping Nexa in the back line. This might just be a done round after all. Jackson has to kill the lurker, or at least try to. It fails, and Amnek's being hunted by Brokey, running through with the Glock out. Rain comes off a catwalk and secures the AWP. We'll swap it back. They've already got one. 15 rounds for Faze. Money is not a problem, and G2 in quite a problematic position. 4 rounds needed if they want overtime. 14 kills in 8 rounds for Kenny S. What a recovery. But it might be all in vain.
Yeah, double AWP reinvested into from G2. They still had cash aplenty. Ooh, crossing mid in a round like this for G2 is horrible. No one wants to be the guy to get tagged for crossing. They try and assemble this boost for catwalk. And it is enough to net them that opening kill. G2 sit a man up right now. Kenny goes aggressive over towards longside and spots that Cold was there. That's a bit more information gained here for G2. Faze maybe trying to play around that as they rotate this bomb away from long into the top of mid. They still have lower tunnels control. That's provided courtesy of Olofmeister. So the option to hit B still very much available to Faze, and that might be the decision. They move away from catwalk. Down into the bottom of mid they go.
There's the flash and out Faze move with the smokes on either side. It defends them from a window AWP. That is not the case though for G2. They're playing entrenched inside of the site. Waiting for the push. Nexa pushes, he forces the fight, and he will go down to Nico watching the smoke. Amanek blinded inside of it. They surely will see him, and he is going to get taken down as well. Another entry for Brokey clears up the B site, and surely G2, I mean, this is done, right? 2 on 4, they can give it a go. They have to. They can't save against Matt Point, but it is such a hard retake.
Yeah, Cold's position makes it even harder, right? Kenny already has a lot of angles to worry about. There's a chance for a door peek. There's a chance for a window peek. And there just already might be a man here. Tags Cole, but is able to finish it the second time around. Cole gets dropped, but the time is ticking away. That Molotov, Nico gets one before he burns in the flames, and Brokey is there to solidify the win for Faze Clan. We're heading to all 3. We are going the distance. The next